Good afternoon, everybody, or good morning, or good day, wherever you're at. I'm John Russell, owner of The Business Source and author of Be a Stand-Up Leader, the ABCs of Getting the Job Done Right. I always have to read that part. And I'm here with Jared Whitman, ace marketer, videographer, an all-around good guy.
Thank you.
And we're going to talk about something today that's interesting when it comes to building branding ad campaigns. And it's something that I learned from Roy Williams at Wizard Academy when I went to class there. And it's about the 12, what does it say here, Jared?
12 steps of intimacy. 12
steps of intimacy. What a concept, huh?
It's really cool that you have it broken down and based off the founder of Wizard Academy, which if you haven't picked up the Wizard of Ads book, I highly recommend that you pick it up. A lot of really great information in there. I pulled it out earlier this week or last week.
There's a lot of good stuff in there.
Just I have post-it notes.
There's 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 books.
Oh, there's 6 books?
Yeah, there's a lot of books. He's an avid writer. Roy's thing is actually, he is a writer, and he just writes about advertising because he got good at it at an early age and figured out how to make it work. So I was introduced to him early on in my career, and I became one of his followers because I was getting his Monday morning memo every week. And every single one has value for me as far as education, learning, and development, which I'm a big proponent of lifelong learning. So Wizard Academy is my place where I go to school, besides other institutions, groups, and whatever.
Right.
But really, relationships in business are what everybody's after.
Yep.
Everybody wants to have, in a perfect world, a lifelong relationship with a customer where the customer feels valued and is getting exactly what they need and feeling like they're not overpaying and it's a good investment. It's kind of like buying tires for your car. Got to have it.
Right.
And so when we're developing ad campaigns, the goal is to develop new customer relationships with people who are a good fit for your product, your brand, or your service, and develop a relationship that will hopefully last forever.
Yeah.
So Roy put together these 12 steps to intimacy, and he relates it back to the human body, physical nature of intimacy.
Okay.
So without going into all the details, the thing to remember about this is that trust relationships develop over time, and they're largely earned.
Right.
And so people who want to fast track a contract or transaction and want to meet somebody and, hey, I'll be back tomorrow with a proposal and boom, we're off and running, kind of skipping steps. So, you can apply these principles to your advertising as well. I guess I wasn't really going to go through them all, but I kind of have to. So let me just jump in on this. The first impression your customer has of you is the first step, and they're going to see that on your Google search, on your web page, on your LinkedIn page.
I think just to rush through this.
Go for it.
Not rush through it.
No, we're going to rush through this.
But I think
a little bit.
how you show up online and also what your online digital footprint is. That's important. So you want to look professional. You want to on your website, you want to be able to talk to that customer and connect with that customer. I think that's
the first impression that somebody's looking you up online.
Yeah.
So what does your digital footprint look like?
Yeah.
Is it something that you're really proud of, that you really feel conveys what your brand stands for?
Right.
Does it have enough depth and breadth and content to be able to give a first-time reader, viewer, visitor enough so that they will take the next step with you?
Right.
And so the next step is it's an eye-to-eye contact. It's the first two-way contact between you and your customer. You're still in a digital world, but it could be a visit. It could be a face-to-face call where you walk into the business and introduce yourself.
Gotcha.
Step 3, voice-to-voice.
So that's like a customer calling in.
Yeah.
And so like
now we're going to have a conversation.
Yeah. So if we're talking about home service companies, that's your call center. How do they sound on the phone? Are they getting back to the customer?
Right.
Are they answering with a smile? Are they being super polite? That, everyone that's representing your brand is a part of the marketing department, and it's how that helps bridge the gap, build that relationship between the brand and the customer.
Right. Call centers can be good, but I've found that having an employee to answer the phone correctly, to represent your company directly, for me is a preferred communication.
I agree with that.
Nothing wrong with call centers because they do a really good job when people are busy and you don't have enough staff to be on the phone all day.
Yep.
Third step, voice to voice. Fourth step, hand to hand. It's the first two-way touch.
So that could be if they're looking for service to be done, your service tech showing up to the door. So what does that service tech look like, right?
Right.
Are they showing up in a van that's branded to your company, or are they showing up in a white van that possibly says free candy on the side?
I know. Who's parked in front of my house?
Yeah,
strangers.
Are they smoking cigarettes?
A lot of guys
smell like cigarettes?
Yeah, right. They do.
Do they smell
Do you shave
presentable
in the morning?
Do they look like
deodorant?
Is their shirt tucked in? Do they have holes?
It's amazing. What an
pants?
impression that makes.
I think like that is all a part of your marketing department, making sure that your people are in uniform and represent your brand how you want your brand represented.
If the HVAC person is coming to my house and I know they're coming here, I'm going to be standing in the window when they pull up.
Yeah.
So be careful of what you do in the parking lot while you're coming into the house. And it's a real indication of professionalism if they have their game on.
Right.
If they're representing their brand correctly.
Yep.
I'm going to rip through a couple of these. Arm to shoulder, arm to waist, customers warming up to you, hand to head. Customer exchanges something with you, often something of value. Money, signs up for your entry-level product. Face to face, where real intimacy begins. Your customer's ready to commit. Looks to see if your values align, buys the mid-level product, signs up for group coaching, whatever it is. Step 9, hand to body. Relationships moving along. Step 10, mouth to body. Step 11, body to body. You know what that's all about. And step 12, full body contact. Well, as I've gone through time explaining this to people that I've come into contact with, I always have to remind people that building a relationship with your customer is like dating.
Yeah.
And when you are in the world where dating is a big priority for you and you go to an event at the church or the grocery store or school or wherever you're hanging out to meet people, and you see somebody across the room, you're like, wow, that person's very attractive. First indication, first look, first impression. And then you're thinking, well, maybe I should go up and talk to him. Well, no, I'm kind of shy. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But maybe the next time you go to this event and that person is there again and you're like, okay, now I have a little more courage. That's the second time I've seen the person. Now I'm going to go up and talk to him. I'm going to introduce myself. It takes a lot of courage.
Yep.
Most people don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Introverts.
Yeah.
Yeah, because plus you're crossing over the line where you're going to go meet somebody that you're interested in. And you have no idea whether they're interested in you or not.
Right.
There could be a fail.
Yep.
And then nobody wants to get embarrassed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it goes on. And the next time you see him, and pretty soon you see him 3 or 4 times, and then you're like, wow, you're opening up a conversation. This is just how advertising works.
So you're seeing see, the more your brand is out in the market, utilizing all these different marketing channels and tactics.
Consistency, you're out there, different places, and you keep seeing the same person over. And pretty soon you're warmed up enough where you're going to ask them out on a date.
Yep.
And it's like, wow, I got to go and talk to them. I want to go out for coffee with this person.
Yep.
So you get up the courage and you go, and yeah, we got a date. So we go for coffee and we get to know each other better. Now we're in that whole face-to-face mode, step 8. And as time goes along, pretty soon you decide that you're going to just commit to each other and you're going to become a couple.
Right.
And then from there, a lot of time might pass by before that relationship gets physical.
Sure.
But eventually, if you fall in love, you're going to get engaged and then you're going to get married. And boy, the relationship has come full circle.
Yeah. I think that's like if you're a home service company and you offer up a, you offer up a maintenance program, right? So that is like the full commitment there. They're a raving fan of your brand. They want to continue to do business with your brand again and again and again. So they're signing up for a long-term commitment with your brand's maintenance plan, right?
Total trust relationship.
Yep.
They believe in you. They like your people. They've selected you, and now you are their go-to service provider.
Yep.
They're no longer going to shop around as long as you don't blow it.
Correct.
They're going to be with you for life, customer for life.
Yeah, I worked with a company, I worked with a brand that, we sent a customer gift to the maintenance plan members.
Nice.
And this was branded fudge dipped Oreo cookies.
Really?
And just sent it out of the blue.
No bacon?
No bacon. That'd be hard to do. But we sent it out of the blue as a thank you for the maintenance plan members, because over the lifetime value of a maintenance plan member,
it's huge.
Equated to like, I don't know, was it like over $20 million in revenue?
Not for one client.
No. This was for 3,100 clients.
The plan overall.
The maintenance plan
right.
members
all
overall.
the people in the maintenance program.
So like over 20 million in revenue for the lifetime value of all of these customers. So you can afford
some chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah. And so that lifetime relationship equates to raving fans, customer referrals, service over and over, and just like those are like your most valuable customers.
Right. It takes a lot to get to that point.
Yeah.
But don't rush it.
Right.
Don't skip steps. That's the big message here is don't try to go from, hey, I see you to, hey, let's get married tomorrow.
Right. Yeah.
Because the relationship isn't built on a solid foundation.
Right.
You have to take steps to build trust along the way.
You're trying to earn the trust of your customer, whether you're like a home service company just out in the market doing all these different marketing tactics, or let's say you're a coach in the digital space. You want to serve up your audience with valuable information. What are the pain points that these people are experiencing, and how do you help them work through their pain points? How can you build trust by being the expert in the area that they're looking to get help in? So there's a lot of different, there's a lot of things that you can pull from this and apply it to your business from a marketing standpoint, but also looking at it from a long, relationship building standpoint as well.
Yeah, I always like to encourage people to establish a fairly solid base of understanding as it relates to the customer's expectations. Because if you can over-deliver on what they expect, they're going to like you a lot more than if you fail to give them what they want.
Right.
Right. So the key here is to go slow.
Right.
Don't skip steps. Don't try to fast track a relationship. Be patient, which is hard. We're all on the go. And understanding that relationship building takes time and it's a process that requires nurturing.
Yep.
And so the 12 steps to intimacy, that really does it for that chapter. Thanks for being with us today. I'm John Russell. I'm here with Jared Whitman from Whitman Media. And thanks for tuning into our podcast. We look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good day.